Hello, everybody. Making sure that everything is working well on the stream. So, lots of things happened between the last time we streamed and today. Starting with reinstalled Windows on a new SSD. I had an SSD, it was 250 gigabytes. It was not very big. I am gonna switch the song here to our regular streaming music. I had to wait for Warp to the Dance Floor to end, obviously. Kick that music up a little bit, right around there. If the music is a little too low, please let me know. So, last few days, I'm actually gonna turn the music in. And what is that Bob doing? My ship is fine. Stop pooping weld lines on my ship. My pod is fine. So, like I said, it's been a crazy few days. My microphone sounds terrible right now. I'm actually going to turn it down just a little. I'm still trying to refigure out the EQ and everything. Had to reinstall everything. I had Windows installed on a old solid state drive. It was probably, I got it in, it was a good 8-9 years. 250 gigabytes, had Windows installed on it, and it was just, you know, I felt like it could go at any moment. So I decided to bite the bullet. Of course, work was getting in the way too of streaming, but I decided to bite the bullet and just get that new 2 terabyte M.2 SSD installed. And yeah, so that's why I missed the last 2 streams. I missed the Thursday stream and the Sunday stream last night. Yeah. So on top of that, work was just getting in the way, and I am studying for a exam Wednesday, and you guys will be able to hear about it Wednesday night. I'm studying for the CompTIA Project Plus. This study guide is for the last edition, but you know, project management can't change that often. So at least most of the questions should still be valid. I did study for the current version as well. More heavily the current version, but this one's just kind of the core concepts that I'm getting up. So yeah, that's what has been happening the last few days that has been getting in the way of me streaming. Had to get a whole bunch of things reconfigured. Thankfully I didn't lose most of my settings or anything. All my overviews are the same. There's a neat little trick you can do with app data to actually hold on to your overview settings, things like that. But let me just make sure that this is kind of distributed around. So yeah, it's been a couple days. It has been a couple days. We are going to be having some chill fun, kind of warm back in. Tell me my microphone is terrible. I get it. I understand. I did not have as much time as I thought I would in order to equalizify. So next stream, the Wednesday night stream, where you also hear about how my exam went. My microphone should be better sounding then. I might just need to reinstall some drivers for my good old microphone. So, how are you all doing today? YouTube chat, how are you doing? How are you all doing? Over there in particular. I see we have more people over on the YouTube side. Twitch, how are you doing? I hope it's not just me over there right now. I hope someone else is over there. Please say hi. You are welcome to say hello. We are going to... Hey, Khaleesi! You out doing faction warfare right now? I don't see you in the Discord, but that's okay. That's okay. We're probably going to be doing some faction warfare ourselves. Not in the PvP sense. That's why the kill feed is not up. We are going to grab that exploration ship. First, we have to see if people have undercut my orders. Ooh. Heavily undercut that order. That order is still fine. This one I will go down to 900 million. And yes, that is 900 million. Y'all in chat can verify that. It says 900 million. I'm going to undercut that. I've been holding on to these for so long. I just want them sold at this point. They are skins from the 20th. Just Shutter. Just Shutter. Oh, you just shut her down. Got it. Got it. We are going to be doing the exploration. The exploration type of faction warfare again. Just like we were... Just shut her down. Got it. We're going to be doing the exploration type of faction warfare again. Where we go into the back line here. Down here, and we scan for those Amar operation centers. I'm curious about the Expo stuff. We'll learn from you. I will absolutely teach you there. Faction warfare update. We have taken 2 systems today. So we took Ardar. Is that right? Yeah, it looks like we took Ardar and Klogari. We're still working hard on Totafron. It is difficult, but we are putting up some fierce resistance there. This this advantage bar was a lot higher for the Amar, so we're doing well. We're doing well, and that's partly due to our efforts of getting the exploration material down here. This area of space is also contested by the pirates. So that means it's bubble time in low sec. You give a null sec person bubbles in low sec. Oh, the low sec people are not going to know what to do with you. So let's get going. Let's get ourselves going. So Khaleesi, how are you doing, friend? Make sure my frames are doing good from all of the craziness that I've had to do. I'm going to set this to low. How's that look? That should be fine. Doing well. Finally got some ships in faction warfare space, so can pew pew. Nice. Very nice. Let's see if I get caught by a gate camp on the way in. That'd be something. That would be something. All right. Also, our war, you can't see it up here. It's covered with the Eve partner code. I am an Eve partner. Be sure to use slow community on either the EVE Online store or the Marquee Dragon store when buying Plex and Omega. I had to sound like Loru. Did I sound like Loru? So we are done with our war with Black Flag soon. So we'll be able to safely do some faction warfare stuff. We'll do some, not faction warfare, high-sec stuff. So we can have some high-sec adventures more confidently, so to speak. So we are going to be going into the Amar back line here. Are we going through? Which path are we going? We are going. We're going through Aga. Asset. Okay, we're going down the Turner adjacent area. Got a Helios over there. All right. We might get ourselves into some PvP a little later into the stream. By the way, I did figure out how to set up the warnings for when ad breaks come on for the Twitch side. So that way there's no surprises or people going, hey, shut up for a second. We got hit with an ad. So I figured out how to be warned so I can time things a little better there. And I cloaked in time. So that way the Catalyst Navies and Thrasher Fleet can't catch me. But man, installing that solid state drive, the new M.2 was a bit of a nightmare. I ended up not having any screws, tension screws for the M.2 itself to hold it down. And I do not have my motherboard case anymore. Hi there, Clark. So I do not have my motherboard box anymore, which has the extra screws. So I had to order some off of Amazon before I could install my new solid state drive. And then installing the new solid state drive and installing Windows on it caused a whole bunch of headache. It was partly life, partly installing the new M.2 and having to reinstall everything. Thankfully all my footage for the Iron Man, for a new video that I'm working on, all those are intact, thank goodness, because no, I do not want to re-record any of that stuff. I want to record something new. So we are getting ourselves, we just entered a rear guard, so we've got a couple of cosmic signatures here, so we're going to go ahead and get ourselves started. We're going to pick a random planet and moon, something with a bit more moons. There we go. Drop our probes, cloak, and let's get scanning. So Clark, how are you doing? We are doing faction warfare adjacent. We are scanning down faction warfare exploration sites. These are used to help in the new-ish, it's new to me, advantage system. So when you click on a system, you have advantage. This controls how effective a complex capture is for one side or the other. So we've got a wormhole. So what we are trying to find is we are trying to find a Amar operations center here in the rear guard. And in the rear guard system, that is where you're playing Factorio. Nice. And that is a combat site. We can ignore that. So in these data sites, these exploration sites, we have the option of finding Amar encoders and decoders. And when we find one of those can be turned in for a Minmatar listening or propaganda outpost, which lowers your opponent's advantage or raises your advantage. All right, we've got that's a level 2. Hello, Anagamak. If I did not say your name right, I definitely did not say it right the first time. Please let me know. So, and again, when we find those items, we can run 3 listening posts and Anaguma. The K is silent. Anaguma. Right on. So when you run the listening post or the propaganda post, I forget what that full name actually is, you raise your advantage and lower the enemy advantage. And that makes your complex capturing more effective. Ooh. A regional angel command center. Oh, that's not what we're looking for. Doing some faction warfare and component exploration. That we are. I only recently became aware of this whole phenomena. I did not understand the deeper complexity. I love exploration. I am, with PvP, at best bait. Or an F1 monkey. So doing something exploration but still contributing to the faction warfare definitely helps. What is your income doing that? Please. Okay. Exploration when I'm doing just normal exploration, not necessarily with what I'm doing here. LPs. Got it. Oh, and I don't think I launched my probes in time. So I have made, doing the complexes. Come on. I've made almost 1.5 million LP doing faction warfare. Now, I had 800,000 before I came back around 2 weeks ago. And I've been off and on with faction warfare since I got back. So I've mostly been on for bigger fleets, bigger pushes, as work allows. But I can make, with different battlefield PvP and complexes, with the support of my friends, make about 200,000 LP a night. And that's in like a 2-hour period. And every LP can be converted to 750 to 1,000 ISK. Not directly, you have to actually convert the item. So for example, you have to convert the LP. So for example, I could spend 1 million LP and get a NAG fleet issue BPC to sell. Helps if I do this. And it sells, depending on where you're selling it at, between 900 and 1 billion ISK. So over in HEC, looks like the prices have lowered a little bit. But yeah, I can convert that there. This might be in our Amar Operations Center. I can convert that into some nice ISK. So I have about 1.5 billion in blueprints, and when you turn it into like ammo, oh no, that's an Aegis secure transfer site. We don't need that. So if you get into making faction ammo, so Republic Fleet EMP, something like that, you can make some big bank with loyalty point trades. So yeah, and then there's people that will straight up buy the loyalty points from you. What they'll do is they'll say, hey, I want to buy 1 million LP worth of stuff, and I'm gonna pay 800 ISK per LP. You go, cool, what do you want me to buy for you? And then you buy the stuff on their behalf with your loyalty points and trade them over. So that's how the loyalty point trade kind of works. Unless you want to directly donate your loyalty points to their corporation. Otherwise, on an individual basis, it's kind of just that. We do have a break starting here in 5 minutes, just giving everyone a little warning. I don't want to snooze too much, because then that'll just make even longer breaks later on. We're not doing anything super crazy, so I'm not going to click the snooze just yet. So, and we are not having good luck yet with finding. It took us a little bit last time to find an Amar operations site. So, but we're going to keep going. We, excuse me. We have a new kind of stream layout made by me. I hope you all like the new look and feel. It's a little Eve-ish with some slow yellow outlines. And then, of course, we have the promotion boxes up at the top. They might be a hair too big, but I don't know yet. We've got a lot of cosmic signatures in this system, so we have a decent chance here. And I launched my probes this time before getting started. So how are you all doing tonight? Clark, what kind of crazy stuff are you getting up to in Factorio? Man, I tell you, I used to hate doing exploration until someone, I forget who, it was probably Matt, someone told me about the 4AU rule. And that just transformed my entire gameplay, and I started finding sites better. I still hated hacking. So then someone taught me about the different ways of hacking. And it just clicked. It just clicked with me. And it almost looks like I have a Fog of War hack. This is a level 3, so this could be what we're looking for. The Amar operations site is a level 3 exploration site. We've got, looks like we've got a gate camp. Man, it's another Aegis. Another Aegis. Again, we can't run those. Not with this setup, I don't think. And again, the secure transfer stuff, that's where you get the nullsec keys for the main banks. So we're going to keep going. I am building a base to get an achievement. Nice. Very nice. We don't need the Aegis. We don't need the wormhole. We don't need the combat site. I'm going to mute myself. You guys did not need to hear me sneeze. You did not need to hear me sneeze. And hopefully I muted in time. So yeah. I used to hate doing all the exploration stuff. In fact, I don't think I'm gonna get a good scan off on this unless I'm lucky. Yeah, so where's this kind of taper off? I think it's kind of up here. So yeah, the exploration stuff just clicked with me when I learned the 6 hex rule. So yeah, for those of you who don't know how to do that scanning thing where it's the dotted circle, the signature is along that line somewhere. So, and it's a wormhole. I am cursed from the Mainless Mike's series. Just wormhole after wormhole after wormhole. So, the different hacking rules, just understanding those transformed that playstyle for me in such a way. It turned an activity that I hated to do into something that makes me close to 500 to a billion, somewhere 500 million to a billion per run. Like it turned into something that was actually relaxing to me, and I wasn't burning as many cans. It was really transformative. So normally I just had no idea what I was doing. I was playing it like Minesweeper. I was opening up every other data cache, when now I know they have like a 60 to 70% chance of being something bad instead of something helpful. Yeah, there was a lot that I learned there. I'm probably going to do a deeper video on exploration. But yeah. All right, we have another chance. Level 3. Let's see what this is. The Amar Operations Center is always, and the Minmatar and the Kadari and the Galente are always a level 3 data site. So let's see here. Fragile ticket. Bye-bye. We don't need ViewBot sellers. We just do not need them. So let's see. This is being a little difficult to scan down, and it is another Aegis. We're having bad luck again today. We have one more chance in this system. We are in the right area, a rear guard. So I'm not going to say what system, but it sounds like Slow is having fun with the corruption level 5 mechanics right now. We, the Minmatar, thank you, the Angel Cartel, for the chance to use bubbles. We will use them effectively. All right, another chance. What do you guys think? Is this the Amar Operations Center or another Aegis facility? I'm not gonna click scan just yet. Oh, and I totally was blabbering on the Twitch chat. I forgot an ad was playing. Sorry. So we just scanned down a couple other scan sites. another Aegis facility, but we have another chance here. So YouTube, Twitch, is this the Amar Operations Center site, or is this another Aegis site? What do you guys think? Can we get lucky, or will we be unlucky again? Shady over on YouTube says Aegis. So, let's see what it is. It is an Amar excuse me. It is an Amar Operations Center. Just what we needed. Now let's see if we're lucky with if it has the Amar encoder or decoders. How is the sound to everyone? My voice, the music, the gameplay. Please let me know. Like I said, we had a reinstall of Windows. I was able to recover some things. Some things are still a little glitchy. So please let me know how the audio levels are. I'm going to be slowly working on getting them back to the way we had them. And we have Amar encoders. We're going to try and find the decoders. Those are the more rarer ones. Audio seems fine to you. Okay, thank you, Shady. I did some panic recording earlier, trying to figure out and self-test, but never as good as just hearing from you guys if it sounds like crap or not. All right, nothing good there. So again, we are looking for encoders and decoders. The decoders, I believe, are the more expensive one. Nothing there. So we got two more to check. We already know that the top one has encoders in it. But let's see if we can find the decoders. In fact, let me check my contract history. See which ones I gave Matt. I gave him... Oh, I just gave him the straight thing. All right. The very last one, if there's no decoder in this or larger amount of encoders, we're going to go for this top one. So Clark, what kind of achievement are you going for? All right, we are going to hack the top one. And we do have another cosmic signature. So we have another chance. 25k advanced circuits per hour. Nice. All right. If you don't remember what I was saying before about the 6 hex rule with hacking, it's this here. This node here is surrounded by 6 nodes, which means this node is safe in all circumstances except for one. If this is bad, if there is a bad node here, that means the system core is in one of these 6 nodes. So you don't have to go, all right, there was a bad thing here, I'm going to go all the way over here. You don't have to do that. So we are going to destroy that. That was unlucky. That was really unlucky. How many unluckies can we get? I should not have said that. I should not have said that. At least we got a lot of repairs. There we go. I'm gonna grab the cargo. And we are gonna get ourselves out of here. Before those NPCs cause some trouble for us. So we have another cosmic signature we can scan. So we're just going to scan here. Okay. 4AU rule, it's got to be right here. So we are going to get ourselves moving. It's a wormhole. Great. Moving on to the next system, Sosan. I believe last stream we had a lot more success in Sosan. We had a lot more success in Sosan. Because we kind of hacked this same general area last time we did this. So let's see what we have here. We have a couple signatures we can work with. All right, so this signature could be either here or here. There's more signatures kind of near the center, so I'm just going to scan here. All right, wormhole. We can cross that one off the list. Of course, I'm finding all these wormholes when I don't need it, but when I need it, it will be wormhole dry. So I better stop complaining about wormholes. This one's being a little stubborn. Probably should have kept my scan radius a little bigger for this next scan. Yep. It's a wormhole, we can ignore it. My luck with wormholes. Impeccable. Actually, I'm going to scan this one here. Because when you are scanning down, this was something I had to learn. When you are scanning down cosmic signatures and this 2-point thing happens, the signature is the furthest away from where you last scanned. So when I scanned this, I was scanning near the sun. So it's not this point. It's this point up here. So that's why it always seems like 50-50 you get it wrong half the time. Knowing that it's the one that's the furthest away, you can get it right most of the time. And it's a data site. And it's level 3. What do y'all think? Aegis or Amar Operations Center? Aegis or Amar Operations Center? We have another opportunity here. What's the vote? Amar. Clark goes Amar. Shady, what do you think? I almost clicked the B button by accident and started the scan. Twitch chat, what do you guys think? All right, Clark and Shady both think Operations Center. We're just going to opt Twitch chat into Aegis, since they're not responding at the moment. So we are going to see Amar Operations Center or Aegis. Oh, we find out on the next scan. I didn't scan down far enough. We find out right here. We know how bad our luck is with these. We had a really good streak the last time we did this, so we could have burned our entire luck there. And it is a standard Sanja cache, so it's neither. Oh, it's a ghost site. Let's see if we can get ourselves an expensive implant. I mean, we might as well make some money. All right. Are they all in scan range? Yes, they are. We gotta scan these. $142 mil in that can. 16 mil in that can. 14 mil in that can. We might do that one. 16 mil. That's better than that one. And the last one is 11 mil. Okay, so we are going to do this one first for 142 mil. Hello, Dank Dev. Let's get this. Let's get this paycheck. And it's right there. Wonderful. Wonderful. 142 mil. I don't think we need anything else. So I'm just going to go ahead and warp out before the site, explodes. I'm going to take the win. Stop bouncing. Good day to you, sir. Right back at you, Dank Dev. How are you? We just made 142 mil right there. Good job, everybody. Good job. Doing well. Doing well. We are doing some Amar Faction Warfare adjacent by doing the exploration stuff again. Missed the last 2 streams because of life and installing Windows on a new M.2. Had everything taken care of. I was just not trusting my almost 8 to 12 year old 250 gig solid state drive. I wasn't really trusting it anymore. So it hadn't given signs. I've been kind of beating around the bush to replace it, but yeah. So that caused a lot of issue of me needing to reinstall a lot of things. In fact, I need to reinstall Mumble because of the Discord outage. Let's see here. We got a data site. It is a level 4. It is Linux, my man. I respect that. I respect that. Me, I am not, I will admit I am not smart enough. And I know everyone is going to say as soon as I say that, people are going to say you don't have to be smart to be Linux. There's almost kind of like a sunk cost fallacy at the same time with that. I've spent so much time with Windows, all my stuff is installed on Windows, that it's very difficult to switch unless I decide to start from scratch. So I'm weird. What do we find here? Secure server. Nah. Well, we could find something good. We could find something good. We did achieve our objective a little bit. We got some MR encoders. Yeah, old Bill got his teeth in you young. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. All right. No, I'm not going to be a cherry picker. I'm not going to be a cherry picker. I don't need to be a cherry picker. $1 mil there. Well, maybe I will cherry pick. Oh, let's see. Yeah, there's, for a level 4 site, I'm not even going to hack any of these. Someone else. Oh, there's one more can I missed. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to hack any of these. Someone else can have this site. We are moving on. We found one Amar Operations Center. We found one. So yeah, one downside with installing the solid state drive is I need to reinstall my drivers for my microphone. It doesn't seem to be wanting to accept much of my settings anymore. I don't know. People say I sound fine. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so we'll see. We will see. We got a couple cosmic signatures in this system, so let's find a safe spot for us to go. We're gonna get going. Windows 11, yeah. 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 I miss XP. How's it run on Eve? Better than 10? Honestly, pretty well, I think. We can just take a look at my FPS here. This is what I have. So definitely installing it on a solid state is a must. Otherwise, this frame time, the milliseconds, goes up. And that's just doing that as well as downloading all of Eve. Rather than doing the piecemeal download as you go. Let's see, where is this? Oh, it's probably over here. Oh, it is over here. We can ignore this combat site. It runs decently well. I'm running DX12 right now. Depending on what I'm trying to do, I've switched back and forth between DX12 and DX11. I think it just auto installed, or because when I reinstalled Eve, thankfully I didn't have to re-download everything because I was able to just point to the existing cache on the other solid state. I didn't need to re-download everything. But downloading the launcher again, it made me default to DX12. So what do we think? What do we think? Operation Center, what we're looking for, or a different data site? What do you guys think? We got another level 3 data site here. This could be the Amar Operation Center. What do we all think? Clark says Amar. Amar Operation Center. What do you guys think? We gotta have someone going up against Clark to see who's right. Unless you agree with him, in which you can side with him. Shady is going with Amar as well. I am going to go ahead and click the button. 61%. This scan should identify it. What do we have? What do we have? Twitch chat, we have a break in 5 minutes. Really? It only gave us 2% on that? Okay, I'm going to go next scan. So, Twitch, what do you guys think? Well, I guess it's a little too late. And it's the Amar Operations Center. Let's go see if we can get some good stuff there. Again, we are looking for the Amar encoder or decoder, preferably the decoders, because they are worth a lot more. And they do a lot more. So we're going to start with this top one. Let's see what we can find. So yeah, I do like Eve on Windows 11. It seems to work well. Yes, Bill Gates has me in his grasp. Yeah. And I do deal with a lot more bloat. Not what we're looking for there. We still got 3 chances. All right, we've got an ad break starting in 3 minutes over on Twitch. Let's see what we can find. Let's see if we can get what we're looking for before the ad starts. We got 5 decoders. This is exactly what we need. So the bottom one, definitely we need to hack. Let's check the others to be sure. I think 5 is the max that you can get on any. But again, I haven't done this for long. I hear you, capacitor. You can shut up. Let's see what's in here. Not what we're looking for. So we have one more chance to see if we can get any better than 5 decoders. Capacitor, I hear you. You can shut up. You're doing just fine. Capacitor. All right, let's see what's inside of here. We have nothing. We're going for this one. This is the moneymaker one. The decoders are a lot rarer. I forget if it does the propaganda post or the listening post, but we're gonna make it work. And let's get our hack going. All right, I want to get over into this area here where it's all that 6 hex. There we go. Nice and safe. Oh crap, I failed it. Hopefully that doesn't screw anything up. I needed to watch my health a little better. And there's the core. Easy peasy. All right, we got our decoders. Thankfully, failing it didn't hurt us. So let's get ourselves out of here. So who all watched the Alliance tournament? Feeders this last weekend. We're probably not going to hear from Twitch chat for a second. They've got an ad going. You saw the Alliance. Yeah, we didn't make it this year. We tried. We really tried. And I did more than be an Ibis. Yes, I was the Ibis pilot during the third match. That's a command center. Yeah, okay, so we're done there. Yep, I was the Ibis. We had 1 free point. 1 free point. We had 1 free point, and we put it in a Corvette, the Ibis, because ECM, you can bring, you can only put ECM on a ship that it is bonused for, except for target painters. Those can be put on any ship. That's the only weird one. So the Ibis, oh, the search ended right there. That's not how I spell Ibis. The Ibis gets bonus to jams, which means that we can bring it as a ECM boat. It only has 30 kilometers of lock range, but but I did successfully jam a drone because in that fleet we faced a kite comp, and immediately the entire fleet was 70 kilometers away from us, away from me. So I could not get any jams off. The second fight, I actually was in a Pontifex, so I did more than just being a little token Corvette. I made that Corvette count, though. I made that little Ibis count. Twitch chat, welcome back from break. We managed to get that Amar decoder. So we managed to get that, and we're talking about the Alliance tournament a little bit. So can pass the link. Let me grab the YouTube link for that video where we brought an ibis. We brought an ibis to the Alliance tournament. And that's little old me. That is little old me. And then, like I said, I did something a little more impactful. And was a Pontifex during our last match, match 4. So, and that, even though we didn't win and didn't go into the Alliance tournament this year, we're gonna be trying again next year. You're gonna see us every year. We're gonna try and make it work every year. The kill, all of the feeder matches happen on Thunderdome, so there's no Z kill. When the actual Alliance tournament happens, that is when it comes onto the main server, and that's when you can start watching the kills and start laughing at people for losing their 20 bill Vindicator battleship. Yeah. And I can't pull up the Thunderdome. I can't stream it. I will get banned. Cannot pull up Thunderdome, can't do any of that. So if I can't stream it, I'm very sure I can't take a screenshot of it either. And I think I've lost access to it anyways now that the feeder weekend is done. So in October, when the live, the fit, it was a super easy fit. Like, I can build it from memory, I believe. Come on. Oh, let's see here. Can't have any rigs on the Corvette. It was dual multispectral, and then I think these were meta. There we go. I think it was something like that. Yeah, super simple. Its sole job was to jam something, and it didn't get the chance to, sadly. So that's the fit. 5 more decoders right there. 5 more decoders right there. Let's keep the top one in mind. Let's keep the top one in mind. We are going to go for... We're going to check the rest to see if there's any higher or lower amount. But yeah, those decoders are the expensive ones. Oh, we're not doing too bad. We've got 3 Amar encoders. We've got 5 Amar decoders, the more expensive ones. And we made 142 mil. That's some good stuff. Let's see what's in here. And nothing. So we've got 2 more to check just to make sure. Just to make sure we're getting the stuff that we need. So yeah, the video of our match with me in an ibis, Lynn Rankin, me in an ibis, and I made it golden. I made it gold, yellow, whatever. That, by extension, by technicality, by sheer copium, I am an AT pilot of the lowest dollar store grade. I probably was not even a really good Pontifex pilot in our very last match. But a dollar store steak is still a steak. All right, so we kind of knew it already. There was nothing else good in this site other than this one up here. But we had to check. We had to check. Last time I talked to you guys, we were talking about the AT, and I was on the B team, and everyone said I was on an AT team. Now I've actually been in a AT feeder match as an Ibis and a Pontifex. So I am at the very least, not even very least, like at the very best, I am Dollar General AT pilot. Just the mere fact that I was in an Ibis. Not to claim that I'm good at all. But I will say there was some practices. There was definitely a lot of practices that I did. Let's see. There was definitely a lot of practices that I did where I did well on. Where was I going with that? So I put in the practice. I definitely put in the practice. Does this take me where I want to go? No. I'm going to go here, here, and then here. Practice or praxis? Practice. We had a lot of good different drills that we would run to keep up our skills, trying to learn more and more about the Alliance tournament, about AT flying, things like that. So yeah. That is definitely that's a t-shirt. An AT pilot of dollar store grade. That's who I am. But of the 14 years that I've been playing Eve, in fact, my Eve birthday is in 8 days. We are going to be having a stream for that, for my Eve birthday. For 14 years, I've never thought I'd ever be in an AT match, and I was in 2 in the feeders, which is still the AT. Very honored, humbled, and honestly flabbergasted that happened in the same year that I made Eve partner. And did amazing work with a YouTube channel, building a Twitch, lots of stuff happening all at once that I didn't think was possible. Thank you. And now Twitch affiliate, and I am so dang annoyingly close to getting YouTube monetized as well. It's like right there. I'm always 50 hours away from getting, and that's a wormhole, we don't need to do it, from getting Eve monetized. And it's just, no, 50 more hours. 50 more hours. Slim, how are you doing? So yeah, YouTube is like, nope, 50 more hours. 50 more hours. So yeah. But we made Twitch affiliate before I became hot off but okay off of work. Hot but okay off work. Nice. So we made Twitch affiliate. Very happy, very thankful to all of you for helping make that happen. It's the baby tier. It's the baby tier. Exilio! Twitch affiliate is the baby tier of monetization, but it gets me one step closer to partner. All of this is helping with the YouTube stuff as well. Same, still it is something. Absolutely, absolutely. I am making $4 from Twitch this month. So very thankful. And I have a YouTube member. Someone over there. It's just blowing my mind, all the stuff that's happening in a very short amount of time. Before I click scan on this, it's a level 3. It could be an Amar Operations Center, which is what we're looking for, or it could be any other data site. While you guys are guessing which it's going to be, either the Amar Operations Center or any other data site, because we've been having some pretty iffy luck, so it's good to kind of guess and see where it's going to go. Exilio says data site. Clark says ghost site. Locking that one in. A lot of amazing things have happened in the short amount of time, and soon to be happening too. I'm going to start with the soon to be happening. Going to get to meet my daughter here in a month and some change. So she's going to be my first. Very excited about that. So that's a big thing this year. Eclipses everything else. Made the first level of YouTube monetized, working very close to getting the next tier of YouTube monetized. Did a amazing Iron Man series, well received, a whole different way of playing Eve, and I'm definitely going to be doing another Iron Man. I became a AT pilot of the dollar store grade, an Ibis. Yes, we do have a name. Her name will be Jacqueline. So became a AT pilot of the dollar store grade. I was at Ibis in the AT. Became an Eve partner, Marky Dragon affiliate. Started streaming, meeting all of you, having a great time with all of you. It's just so much, and I'm made a YouTube member. Someone graciously decided to become a YouTube member. We've got a Twitch gifted subscribe, and only 67 followers on Twitch. I only really started doing Twitch in the last 2 weeks. Have over 1,700, and it's an Aegis data site. So Exilio, you are right. Over on this YouTube main channel, we have we're almost to 1,800 subscribers. You win, Slim. Got it. So, and that took a while, but a lot less time than I thought it would take. We're almost at 1,800 subscribers, and we're about to have our YouTube 2-year anniversary since we started the Slow YouTube channel. So it's just been a lot of things, and I'm really thankful. And I've got some amazing little puppies. Let me see if I can get the little doggies over here. Cinder. Nothing in this system, so we're gonna move on. I don't think the dogs want to get on camera right now. Okay, you're on both. I am just now starting to upload my Eve streams to YouTube. Right on. Here, give me 2 seconds. Permit Slim. Why is that not working? My command's not working. I was going to tell you to drop a link. I was going to tell you to drop a link to it so I could show it off. Are you just Slim Monkey 81 on YouTube? And thank you, Clark. All right, Slim Monkey 81. We're gonna go ahead and do something here. We're gonna do a little something something. There's a playlist for Eve. All right, I'll load up that playlist. So, everyone watching over on Twitch, over on YouTube, check out Slim Monkey 81. Slim Monkey 81. He's doing an Iron Man series. It's the Minmatar only Iron Man series. Right, Slim? Your goal is to... What is your goal again? So it's Minmatar only. Minmatar only run. Only allowed to touch Minmatar things. I think you can still buy from like Keldari or Galente. Minmatar only and take over faction warfare. Nice. So you can't touch anything Amar or Galente, or excuse me. You can buy the BPOs. You have to build everything yourself. You cannot buy anything that is no ship from them. So you can, in theory, do anything Keldari or Galente. Okay, so you can use modules that come from Galente and Keldari and Minmatar space, but not Amar? Or am I getting it completely wrong? Fuck, I need to log in and play. Welcome back to Eve. Welcome back to Eve. We're doing some unconventional faction warfare right now. There's exploration you can do. to contribute to faction warfare. So, in the form of getting this Amar decoder and Amar encoders, these can be used to lower a system's advantage and raise a system's advantage for your side. And that makes it a system easier to capture. So when your advantage is high, the complexes that you capture to raise this contested number is more impactful. But if your opponent's advantage is higher, your complex capturing percentage is lower. So what I'm doing is I'm getting the stuff for that. I can buy BPO models from anyone and Minmatar ships mostly, but it can fly anything but Amar as long as it fits the lore, like trying to hide in their space. All right. So if you're trying to hide in their space, you could be an Amar ship for espionage purposes, quote unquote. For mission running. Got it. All right, we have a level 1 data site. We don't need that. Or trying to hide in faction warfare. Nice. Watch out for fraternity. Minmatar and Amar traders. Twitch chat, we have a ad break coming up in 4.5 minutes. I'm going to do a little better job of watching that and making sure that you guys don't miss anything when it comes to stuff going on. Less knowledge, please. Less knowledge, please. How are you doing? How are you doing? How long have you been away from the game? What's your primary thing to do? What do you enjoy doing? Donald. Right on, Donald. Donald Barr. Why is that familiar? Are you a member of Slow? Now I gotta look. That is not how I spell Donald. No. Yeah, you are. At least a few months ago. I hope you're still in Slow. But yeah, it is a fluid system I am working on still. It is still young in the Iron Man. I have been there. I have been there trying to figure out how all of that works. Donald, good to hear from you. Good to hear from you. All right. We've got 2.5 minutes until Twitch goes on break, so we have an opportunity here. This is a level 3 data site. It could either be a Amar Operations Center. It could be a ghost site. It could be any other kind of data site. We are looking for the Amar Operations Center. What do you all think it is? We're gonna get our scan ready here. Clark is going with ghost site again. Clark is going with a ghost site again. Let's see what it is. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's find out. Slim is going with the Amar site. It is an Aegis capital ship security facility. Darn. Not what we're looking for. And I am not skilled at all enough to do any of the Aegis sites. I am too silly for that. So, Twitch, we have a minute until ad break comes on, except for Exilio, because he has a gifted sub. Exilio, if you do get an ad, please let me know. I want to see if we can fix that. Oh, we got 50 seconds. We got another opportunity. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? This scan, it's scanning right now. What do you guys think? All right, Slim says data site. 30 seconds until ad break for Twitch chat. Let's see what it is. It is an Amar Operation Center. Just what we're looking for. All right. Twitch, I promise I won't do anything crazy while an ad is playing for you. Which should be starting. Actually, I snoozed it for 5 minutes. I snoozed it for 5 minutes. We are going to do this site with you here with us. We are going to find out if we get encoders. I have 3 snoozes a stream. I used one of them for this moment. And I did it with 2 seconds left on the clock. Please tell me you guys did not get an ad. Let's see if we can find some Amar decoders or encoders. Nothing in this one. No ad. Good. So we are going to do this site because an ad break will start in 4 minutes. So we are going to get something for you guys to see before that ad plays. We are looking for decoders or encoders. Nothing. Nothing there. Come on. Let's see. I hear you, capacitor. You can shut up. Capacitor. All right, what do we have here? Nothing. We have 2 more that we can look at. Let's see what we have here. We are looking for a decoder or an encoder, preferably the decoder. Nothing here either. We have 1 more chance at something good in this site. If there is nothing good, we're going to finish 1 can to blow up this site. Because if you guys don't know, if you leave a single can, the site will not despawn. And this is with any data or relic site. It will not despawn until someone clears it out. It can stay there for days. Nothing. Nada. We didn't get anything good. Well, there's some ISK in here, but that's not what we're after here. We didn't get anything good in this site. So I'm going to complete this one. And I have to complete it because these ones can't fail for whatever reason. Like you can just keep dying with them. So I need to find the system core. There it is. All right, now we run. We run before the Amar can find us. All right, Twitch chat. An ad starts in 1 minute. We're gonna go find some more operation centers. Except Exilio. Exilio, you get to stay here with us. Are you still here in the chat with us right now, Exilio? It looks like you are. And warping around in low sec uncloaked. Not good. We do have 20 minutes before our 2-hour midpoint break. All right, we have a couple sites we can do in here. So Donald, what have you been up to? Life treating you okay? All right, we got wormhole. Wormhole. Nothing else there. Doing fine, brother. Good, good, good. I believe Prime subs help. I honestly have no idea. I am still very, very new. Man, this site is being difficult. Thank you for the subscribe. Thank you for the subscribe, Dank Dev. That's really appreciated. Thank you. And as you can see, we got our Twitch alerts figured out. I figured out what went wrong. My connection with Streamlabs broke. So I needed to disconnect and restart. 30-second ad for Slim. All right. So yeah, we got our ads working again. Not ads, excuse me. Our alerts. So once I figured out, I just needed to disconnect and reconnect the Twitch to Streamlabs. The alerts started popping up again. I could do recent events. I'm now using Streamlabs dedicated chat box instead of the hokey solution I was doing before. But yeah, so we got all that figured out. Welcome back, Slim. Welcome back. Dank Dev just subscribed. We are having a wonderful time. It turns out that Prime subs do count. That's what we have figured out here today, and Dank Dev was gracious enough to give that a test for us. He didn't have to, but I appreciate him all the same. Donald, how's Slow? I just saw this in my feed. Slow is doing really well. We did not make it into the AT this year. I was actually on the AT this time around. Again, what was I? I was an Ibis. I was an Ibis with ECMs. I had Twitch chat cheering me on. That was kind of fun though. People cheering on the little underdog Ibis. So as far as me being an AT pilot, I'm a dollar store AT pilot. I'm dollar store grade. I was a Pontifex in our last match that did knock us out, so take that what you will, whether I'm bad luck or not. But it fulfilled a 14-year-old dream of mine. Not from when I was 14, but a dream 14 years old of I never thought I would ever be sitting, let alone on the B team for an AT team, but actually in an AT feeder match. So Slow's doing really well. We're having a lot of fun in Faction Warfare. That's what I'm doing right now. So yeah. We do still have nullsec. We do still live out in Omist. We have an incursion going on right now. It's fun. Yeah. So we do still live out in Omist. It is cool, but would have been better if you made it. But then we could have streams of... But then we couldn't have streams the fight live. Streamed. Oh, brain. Why did you just mess with me right now? I knew what I was going to say, but I forgot. Wouldn't be able to stream my perspective live, unfortunately. Not even on a delay. I think CCP would be very mad at that, and I think my team would be very mad at that. But I am planning. It should work out. I am planning on streaming my own reactions to... we're going to have like a watch party here on the Slow Community channel. I don't know if that's going to really work out because everyone goes and watch the CCP channel so they can go bet. What about a replay after the match at the end of the day? Maybe. Again, it does kind of get into the... Oh, so this is how they talk and communicate with each other type of thing. So, yeah. All right. We have another level 3 data site. Is it an Amar Operations Center? Or is it any other data site? You can get specific. You can say it's an Aegis site. It could be a ghost site. What do you all think? And I'm going to scan down really low so that way we find out what it is right away. So what do you all think? Twitch chat, YouTube chat. What do you guys think? I'm going to hit the button. If I knew more about them, I would guess. Okay. That is fair. I'm going to hit the button. Here we go. Let's see what it is. You're going to say another. You're going to say another. We're going to fill in whatever it is. Operation Center. Slim. Another Operation Center. There we go. Another Operation Center. Way to guess. Now let's see if there's anything good in it. Let's see if there's anything good in it. I'm watching. There is nothing good. You don't think there's going to be anything good? You don't think we're going to get a Amar encoder or decoder? Or are we talking about something else? Let's see what is in here. Ooh. We have an Amar decoder package and NMR encoder splice. This one can has 2 of the things we want at the same time. So this can right here is going to very likely be the one we go for. I have no idea. How did that happen? I have no idea. Our luck has been so bad right now that CCP said, here you go. Here's a cookie. It's like that Hulk meme. Hulk meme to Ant-Man. We got 4 encoders. These ones are a lot cheaper. So definitely the decoders win out. Yeah, it's like the Hulk Ant-Man. I think it was Ant-Man that it was given the cookie to. I love that meme. Want a taco? Yep. CCP gave us a taco. Let's see. Nothing good in this can. We are going to check the last 2 because you don't know. You don't know. The other one could have 5 decoders, 5 encoders. But if it has any less than 5 decoders, we're not doing it. Remember, the decoders are more valuable. And this one has nothing, so we have 1 more to check. And if there's nothing comparatively good or better than this one here, we are going to go for it. And here I clear them all just because with this one here, with this site here, it is okay to cherry pick. Most data sites, you want to clear them all. This site and ghost sites are different. So the reason why I say that, with normal data and relic sites, if you do not clear out all the cans, the site will not respawn ever. Or I think it takes a few days, basically preventing it from respawning somewhere else and in the same region. So not only are you hurting everybody else, you are hurting your own income. So, and now that every, I don't know about these ones, but now that every exploration site has a chance to jackpot and drop some really nice loot. Excuse me. It's kind of silly to not do the whole site. And in nullsec specifically, you can get escalations. I think it's if you do the spawned, the Sov Hub spawned exploration sites. But the exception to the cherry picking rule is with the operation centers and ghost sites, because once you hack them, so with the operation center in particular, once you successfully hack one can, the site will self-destruct in 30 minutes, which means the site disappears and respawns somewhere else. We don't need to clear the whole site. Plus there's NPCs that can come and kill us right here. A ghost site is the same thing. Once you get into the site, it's a 5 or 7 minute, I think it's 5. 5-minute timer starts. And once that timer hits, the whole site blows up. If you fail a can, the whole site blows up. So that's some good thing to know. So once I hack this can, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up here so you can see the message. And bad luck. What bad luck? Oh my gosh, I'm going to murder. I just need to... Please let the core be here somewhere. Right there. Okay. I should have enough health and damage to get through this. There we go. So an alert has been sent out. We're gonna loot this, and then we're gonna start warping out. And you'll see some Amar NPCs come in here and spawn. Yep, right there. And they just keep coming all the way up to battle cruisers. So the whole site will self-destruct in 30 minutes, which means it goes and respawns someplace else. I don't know about the operation centers. I don't know how much damage they put out, but ghost sites, people have figured out how much damage they do. So let me go ahead and flip this over here. So we have the lesser, the standard, and the improved. I had to make sure I was moving. And superior ghost sites. These are okay loot, decent loot, good loot, great loot, but higher levels of difficulty. This is where you get all the ascendancy implants. So the different high grades, mid grades, and low grades. They do spawn rats. And they each deal 2,000 raw damage. That's just the rats. Let me make sure my chat is up so I can see you guys. The rats warp disrupt. And the explosion. So the hidden timer runs out above. Let's see, what is that timer now? CCP just recently changed the timer, and now they disclose the timer. It's not hidden anymore. Or you fail a hack. The lesser site does 6,000 damage. The standard does 8,000, 10,000, 12,000, all the way up to the superior. So CCP did just so minimum 30 seconds to a few minutes. There's still some random, but CCP did just update that. Let me get the ghost site changes Eve Online. All right, so here's the patch notes. Yeah, they do some hefty damage. So we have the patch notes. Ghost, here we go. So NPC guards will now take longer to arrive. The variance in NPC guard arrival time has been decreased significantly, so the guards will show up more rapidly. The time between NPC guard arrival and container detonation is now always 30 seconds. So when the NPC guards show up, you have 30 seconds to finish up and get out. Added an info panel, something over on this side, kind of like when you're tracking a mission. That didn't work, hold on. Something over on this side, like when you're tracking a mission. Oh, and let me... It helps if I do capture cursor. That absolutely helps if I do capture cursor. NPC guards will now take longer to arrive on average. So when the NPC guards show up, you have 30 seconds. Welcome back, Clark. Welcome back. We're talking about ghost sites, your favorite thing. Added an info panel like you are tracking a mission. Tells you time to detonation when the NPC guards arrive. So when the NPC guards arrive, a panel will appear over here on the left and give you a 30-second countdown to get out. The chance of players receiving a capital control item has increased in lesser and standard covert research sites. What we grabbed here, this electroneural signaler worth 142 million, is a capital component. So this is the jackpot. Let's see. Dented storage depots and sleeper caches now have a very rare chance to drop capital control items. They reduce the size of some capital components, so that way you can fit more of them. The Overmind nursery rack found in Pochman no longer drops enhanced electro. Okay, but yeah. So if you are doing a ghost site, one, do not fail. Do not fail that hack. Otherwise, you are in for a bad time. Otherwise, you get 6,000 raw explosive damage. So you can resist explosives. If you can tank the explosive damage, you can use those extra few seconds to continue hacking, looting. After the explosion, the rats might hang around for another 30 seconds and shoot at you. So again, oh, here we go. They have the July changes here. So they haven't really updated the rest of the article, but yeah, anywhere between 6 and 12,000 damage, just depending on where the ghost site is in space. If it's in low sec, it's going to do 8,000 damage. When you fail a can or the site self-destructs, 12,000 if you're in a wormhole, but they're going to have different higher loots. That's why it's okay to cherry pick a ghost site, because you really only have time to scan one can and it blows up anyways. So yeah. So we have everything here in this system. We're going to pull in our drones. We're going to keep looking. I say that, and actually we are at our 2-hour break. We're at our 2-hour break. So I'm going to put, oh, y'all don't need to see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hydrate. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to hydrate. That's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is, so that means the Twitch points are working. Great. Thank you. So what I'm going to do for the third time, since we are at our 2-hour break, I'm going to put on some permaband. We're gonna listen to some permaband while we go on our quick little 10-minute break while I let the dogs go use the restroom. So we're just gonna go on a quick break. I'm gonna put on some good stuff. Thank you, Dodge. Thank you, Dodge. We are just about to go on to a quick break here, but we are going to listen to permaband while we are on that break. So I will see you guys in a few minutes after I get permaband running. Where did it go? Here we go. Warp to the dance floor. That is exactly what we're going to be doing. Loud enough for you guys? I'll give it to you guys a little louder. There we go. I will be right back, friends. It is on loop.
Is the friendship. Get your feet on the floor and defend it.
Show up, gun cock, target lock, take the shot, never hesitate, never give a second thought. Ship up, capsule here, comes clear, no fear. Come grab a beer, all your best friends are here. Even that alpha clone that quit last year, good lord, we don't know where we go after show. Stick with the fleet, go with the flow. Try to keep up to the best of your ability until we all collapse like a wave of probability. To the dance floor, throw your motherfucking hands in the air like this and whoa. To the dance floor, jump around all night with your space friends. Whoa. To the dance floor, carry on all
Get your feet on the floor and defend it.
Show up, gun cock, target lock, take the shot, never hesitate, never give a second thought. Ship up, capsule here comes clear, no fear. Come grab a beer, all your best friends are here. Even that alpha clone that quit last year. Good lord, we don't know where we go after show. Stick with the fleet, go with the flow. Try to keep up to the best of your ability until we all collapse like a wave of probability.
To the dance floor, throw your motherfucking hands in the air like this and war. To the dance floor, jump around all night with your space friends. War. To the dance floor, carry on all night, cause your heart is alright. War. To the dance floor, jump up for the purple man. War. To the dance floor, throw your motherfucking hands in the air like this and war. To the dance floor, purple man's back over hitting every rack. War. To the dance floor, untuck, chin up, wobble up. War. To the dance floor, hands up high for the friendship. Hands up high for the friendship. Hands up high for the friendship.
Warp drive active. Cargo hold packed with big fat lyrical bombs. I'm the captain of the best ship in the universe. It was built by my space friends around the world. The friendship takes me where I need to go. It can fly super fast or bounce really slow. It's got a lot of room for my homies in the back. It's a fact I can dance all alone to this track. That's why we fly around the galaxy. X up for the fleet if you wanna party.
Setting course for the club, paging the pleasure hub. Like it or not, we're about to drop hot. When I say four, you walk to the dance floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. War. To the dance floor, throw your motherfucking hands in the air like this and war. To the dance floor, jump around all night with your space friends. War. To the dance floor, carry on all night, cause your heart is alright. War. To the dance floor, jump up for the purple man. Our flagship is the friendship. Get your feet on the floor and defend it.
Show up, gun cock, target lock, take the shot, never hesitate, never give a second thought. Ship up, capsule here comes clear, no fear. Come grab a beer, all your best friends are here. Even that alpha clone that quit last year. Good lord, we don't know where we go after show. Stick with the fleet, go with the flow. Try to keep up to the best of your ability until we all collapse like a wave of probability.
To the dance floor, throw your motherfucking hands in the air like this and war. To the dance floor, jump around all night with your space friends. War. To the dance floor, carry on all night, cause your heart is alright. War. To the dance floor, jump up for the purple man. War. To the dance floor, throw your motherfucking hands in the air like this and war. To the dance floor, purple man's back over hitting every rack. War. To the dance floor, untuck, chin up, wobble up. War. To the dance floor, hands up high for the friendship. Hands up high for the friendship. Hands up high for the friendship.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Getting back just in time for Permaban to end. And we are back. I'm going to turn that music down. Right about there. Maybe right there. There we go. We are back. Well, Twitch is on break. Twitch is on break. We're going to give it a second. All right. What's going on with my Twitch chat, my YouTube chat? Did that accidentally get community moderation? I see the message there. I see your message there, Clark, on stream, but I don't see it on my end. But yeah, I agree. Let's get the dogs on. Let's get the puppies on stream. All right. Cinder. She was all excited. She was right here. Oh, where'd she go? Sander. Thank you for the follow. Clark over on Twitch. Thank you for the follow. All right, there's Ember. Ember, come here. There's Ember. Come here. Oh, let's get you up here. Let's say hi to the stream. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch, Clark. We've got Ember here. She's disappearing into the green screen. Oh, Cinder. Cinder got really close there. Cinder. Hi, Cinder. Oh, Ember, you had your turn. Cinder, come here. Cinder, up. Come here. Want me to pick you up? You don't want to jump up this time? Come here. Oh, you can do it. Ah, here we go. We've got Cinder. We've got Cinder as well. We've got Ember and Cinder. If one jumps up, the other wants up too. They play off of jealousy with each other. All right. Good girls. We got to see it's not a stream without the dogs. Are you wanting up? Oh, Amber wanted back up. She wanted to say hi again. It is not a stream without the dogs. Cinder got very jealous that Ember got to come up twice. All right. I've embraced it. I just say all right way too often. We are very close to our follow goal over on Twitch. We are currently at 69. Nice. Very nice. Let's get ourselves going. Dank Dev, I think what I should do, I think I should add some sort of point reward, some sort of channel point reward that that has us play some sort of CCP permaband song. Warp to the dance floor, killing us just a means of communication, wrecking machine. We can do a lot of things. We can do a lot of things with channel points. Let's see. This one has way more moons for us to hide in. Let's start scanning. We are back to it. We have 2 hours left in the stream. Excuse me. Let's find ourselves some Amar operation centers. We have been both lucky and unlucky. I love Rolloing. Munning Rolloing. I'm trying to think if you're trying to do the Gabe horn thing that I got on the last stream that I did. Trying to think if you're trying to pull something like that as well, Clark. Are you trying to pull something like that as well? It's a song of permaband, very bad rated. I don't think I've heard that one. I don't think I've heard that one. We've got ourselves a level 3. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. It is another level 3 data site. Let's scan it. Let's find out. Let's find out. What do we have here? Is it an Amar operation site? It is an Amar operation site. Let's go check it out. Let's see if we can get anything good. Let's see if we can get anything good. Remember, we are looking for the encoders or decoders, preferably the decoders. They are worth more. And of course, we will take a data site. Excuse me, we will take a ghost site. That's what I meant. They're all data sites, except when they are relic sites. What do we have in here? We have nothing of value to us. Moving on, we are going to take a look at this thing here. Bump. All right. Dodge him. Thank you for the follow. Sorry, it was right as we were getting on break. I hope you're still here. I don't want to hack this. I want to scan it first. Thank you again for the follow. And now that I have the actual Twitch Streamlab connection working again, what that means is you guys get to hear our wonderful alerts. Sorry, what was keep clicking. Keep clicking. That sounds a little bit more familiar. I'm gonna have to look it up after the stream. Nothing here either. So our only hope is in the last two cans if there is anything good in this site for us. Otherwise, we need to hack one of the useless ones to force it to respawn. Let's see. What is it? Is there anything good in here? No! Our hope lies in this last one. If there's going to be anything good for us. If there's going to be anything good for us. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Turned off my targeting computer, targeting enhancer, sensor booster, whatever it is, a hair too early, and it is nothing. There's nothing in the site, so now we have to hack one of these useless cans just to cause the site to self-destruct. Oh, I didn't need to scan. But all right. Oh well, we are scanning empty space. All right, let's... I love seeing fields of hexes because all of these are safe. There's nothing bad except for this one, which means that the system core is in one of these 4 nodes. Right there. I love that. All right, let's warp. Let's warp out before the NPCs get mad at us. There we go. Let's scan some more sites. I'm going to change that to 2AU. We're going to scan that down. It is another data site. Interestingly enough, it has the code CCC. We were so close to greatness. That is either a clue that it is going to be an Aegis site, I'm just totally making stuff up here. Or it's just rolled that badly from being a site with the code CCP. All right. How are we doing? How are you all doing? Amar Operations Center, the almost CCP site, gave us some luck. Let's go check it out. Let's check it out. Let's see if we get better luck this time. Do 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 do. Anything good in here? I don't think it's going to be as good as 5 decoders and 3 encoders in the same site. In the same container. That one was fun. All right, nothing in there. We're going to go check this one out. So having a nice chill time. Chill time. Let's see what we find in here. Nothing. So we're gonna go check this one down here. And then we have 2 more to check. This one and this one after we look at this one. Come on, let it be something good. Nope. We might need to blow this site up as well. We might need to blow this one up as well. Let's see. Oh, we got one last chance. One last chance for something good. Excuse me. One last chance. I believe. I believe in the heart of the cards. The heart of the cards was wrong. All right, we do have to hack this one. Get it done with. We have to successfully hack this one. Let's see. There's the core. All right, let's get ourselves set back up. No luck there. No luck there. We're gonna see if we can find. Let's see. This should be somewhere between these two. So we should be safe enough to scan that. Not an ideal spot, but still. Okay, this is a rear guard. I'm like, wait a second. Am I even in the right system for this type of activity? It's the next system, Cormonin, that will not have anything. And relic site. Sadly, not what we are looking for. YouTube chat, Twitch chat, how you guys hanging in there? Having a good time? Having a chill stream just to get ourselves back into it. Another relic site, don't need it. Like I mentioned earlier, we had a bit of a lapse, so to speak, in our streaming schedule. We did not do our Thursday or Sunday stream last week. Just life, and then an M.2 upgrade. Doing good, trying to see if I can run Eve on Proton on Steam. Are you trying? Is that meant to be Proton? Got it. I can't find this permaban song, Clark. I must, or am being trolled. I must being trolled. Did find links for CCP's Carbon Engine though. Dope read. Yeah, Carbon Engine is going to be interesting. I do plan on one of these days soon doing more, checking out eFrontier, as controversial as that is. I know a lot of people are anti-crypto, anti-blockchain. I get it. I'm kind of on the same fence. They are different experiences. I'm kind of in the camp of give it a chance. I know that there's a lot of animosity towards projects like Vanguard and Frontier. Frontier, they were specifically contracted with a investor for that, so that 40 million had to go into Frontier, into some sort of Eve project, Eve related project, but with blockchain. And rather than taint Eve, quote unquote, that's where that money is going. Vanguard is a little bit of a different story. Yes, that is Eve money that could have been spent more on actual Eve. At least it has some sort of Eve connection. I know it really does nothing right now. So yeah, I am going to be checking out Frontier here on one of these streams soon, as controversial as that game is proving to be. Let's see if we can get lucky in this site. Let's see if we can get the loot that we're looking at. You should be able to nothing in there. So let's dig into that, Donald. Let's dig into that. Let's see if it will run on Proton. I haven't checked it out at all. I only need to be terrible at one Eve at any given time. That is fair. That's fair. I'm in the same camp. Right now, Eve has more of an established history, more of a living world than Frontier is. Frontier is vast. Frontier is astronomically vast. There's 120,000 star systems. We have 8,000. It is vastly bigger with a vastly smaller player base. So I guess for people who just cannot find a place in Eve because of no politics or high sec war deckers, whatever, I guess that, no, I didn't mean to hack this one. At least it shouldn't spawn. It shouldn't spawn NPCs. Please don't spawn NPCs. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. I got too into... Fuck you, Frontier. You got me talking about you, and it distracted me, and probably... Okay, it didn't mess me up. It didn't mess me up. The NPCs have not spawned. It's only when I successfully hack a can. We're good. We are good. We're chilling. Let's see. When I played the I mean, it's all still in alpha, but the earlier play tests last year before it went public, when the NDA lifted, me and a bunch of people in slow, we went to try it out. It was almost like the entire thing was an Iron Man run. One, we were figuring everything out ourselves, but we had a 4 versus 4 battlecruiser fight, and this entire site was junk. We had a 4 versus 4 battleship fight, battlecruiser, and oh my gosh, it was the most tense thing ever. It was the closest thing that I think that we as modern EVE players have gotten to 2003 levels of EVE. Just that raw intensity of my friends and I, we just built these battle cruisers. We bled hard to put all this stuff together, and this group here is threatening that. Man, I swear, if that core is right there, I'm not gonna be happy. So it was a whole different experience. It was very raw, in a good sense, I'll say. It was very raw. It was very emotional. It's not like I'll just go put together a fleet in Jita or have my 30 multi-boxers put things together for me. It was, my friends and I have just struggled to put stuff together, get fuel for it, because fuel's a thing. No, you don't buy it with crypto. You actually go mine resources for it. That was a big thing. Was everyone was screaming and yelling, you have to pay crypto to fly your ship. No, you don't. There is a crypto aspect to it. Yes, there is a coin. I'm gonna leave that at 4AU. There is a coin for eFrontier. It's not tied necessarily to any activities, wormhole. The main thing is the blockchain. Coding your own, basically the way that we have Zkill now, the way that we have third-party app development, it becomes first-party app development. You actually build it, you can build it out of the game and bring it in. You can have a billboard that pulls the latest Zkill listings, for example. People are doing that. Kind of a narrow example of that, right? We don't need to scan anything in Cormonan because it is a command operation system. We are looking for rear guard. So there's a lot of, yeah, I mean, it is Web 3.0 stuff. It kind of died on arrival. Let's see. Find a good spot for us. we go. So Web 3.0 died on arrival. There's projects like Prosperous Universe, different things like that. Eve is just the latest flavor of that. I will say though, when it is in a smaller space, because the original space that we had to play with in Frontier during the playtest was like 50 systems. So you ran into players a lot. So when we did the initial playtest, when it was only and I think an ad break just started for the Twitch chat. When we did start playing with the earlier playtests, we did have a smaller playing field, and that added a population to it. It wasn't as spread out as the current Frontier is. And this one side is being difficult. That's a big signature. These are the only two here, so let's scan them down. I doubt that they're going to be. Oh, it helps if I'm actually using the 4AU scan. So there was a lot more going on in that tight 50 star system kind of alpha test. All right, so it looks like a ad did start over on the Twitch side. So yeah, it was just a much different experience than what it is right now. Unstable wormhole, don't need that. So yeah, and we didn't have anything like what is in there now, which is the Feral Moon Drill, which is literally an Athanor-sized rogue drone raid boss. They still haven't killed it. In multiple cycles, they still haven't killed the damn thing. The first kind of raid boss, so to speak, in Eve entirely. Yeah. Anyways, enough about Eve Frontier. I am fully prepared to be pointed and laughed at if and when I do play Eve Frontier and stream it. Eve Frontier adds a moddable layer to the entire universe, allowing players to not only construct in-game objects, but also configure their functionality to their own needs, a feature we call smart assemblies. Can you explain that at all? Yes. So everything is a smart assembly. Essentially, you know how you can set, let's say you're a nullsec alliance in Eve Online, and you want to set up access for your Stargate, because you can here in Eve you can set up Ansiplex jump gates. Over in Frontier you can set up Stargates, full Stargates that have pretty long range. So in Eve you have to go into your corporation settings, your alliance settings, the structure browser. You have to go into that. You have to set up an access level list. You have to drag people's names. You have to do all that. Anytime you want to give someone access, let's say you want to open up a toll booth. Every ship in Frontier has a jump drive, as opposed to everyone here in EVE Online. We have a warp drive and we have Stargates, and only capital ships can jump to other star systems directly via a Sino. Every ship has the capability without a Sino to jump in Eve Frontier. That's the main way of kind of jumping around. If you want to install infrastructure, you set up a Stargate and you link two Stargates together. you can set up a toll. You can put in some carbonic ore as your toll, and then in game that smart assembly will give you access for 20 minutes to that Stargate because you paid the toll. You can't do that in EVE Online. That's a very narrow example, but it is an example to kind of start scratching your head and go, what is possible? And it's fully programmable. When I played, someone set up an arcade, a DOS arcade. I was playing DOS games inside of EVE Frontier through a program someone made in EVE Frontier. So really the imagination of what is possible is huge. People set up trade bartering booths where they set up a fuel station. They'll dispense fuel for you if you give them an item, if you give the module itself an item in trade. So people had a lot of creative ideas, definitely in the playtests that I was a part of. The ideas were still kind of more theoretical. There were SEC site, so we don't need that. It was more on the theoretical side. There were some practical applications, but a lot of the stuff when I was first playing in that 50 solar system playthrough didn't even have Stargates, because everything had Stargates. It was connected and all that fun stuff. Looks like I just briefly got disconnected with Twitch chat. Oh, you got me at programmable. That's the interesting thing. So right now we have resources like that, and I should not have scanned it at 2AU. We have resources like that with EVE Online that are external. They don't interact with the game itself. Zkill reads EVE Online and displays it on a website. It does not have the ability to input or change anything inside of the game. So that's where things kind of get a little interesting, partly crazy, with all that. So yeah, I hope that answers your question there, DankDev. All that for a combat site. All that crazy scanning for a combat site that we did not need. We're gonna scan that. So yeah. Donald, were you able to figure out if EVE can run on Proton on Steam? Were you able to figure that out, friend? Yeah, it certainly does. It's downloading now. You're downloading Frontier. All right. There is a free weekend or a free period right now. So it is free to check out. Word of warning. One of the main examples that they give, and I think it's accurate, with EVE Frontier, is if you're familiar with the Arma games and the mod DayZ that came about from it, where the Arma games were military simulation, scenario based. DayZ was survival. It was so Arma was about simulating military combat, and DayZ was about survival. EVE is about simulating a universe, and we got another Aegis site, so no luck here. EVE is about simulating EVE society, the making your own story. It's about the big politics that influence us all. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, friend. So Eve is the simulation. It's simulating reality. Eve Frontier is about survival. It is more raw. By the way, the combat in Eve Frontier is way smoother than Eve Online, and there's actually line of sight. You can hide behind an asteroid and it will block bullets for you. You can fly in front of your friend and your friend's bullets will shoot you. We had the death ball when we were first playing the playtest for that. And we were all bundled orbiting around a target we were killing, like 6 of us against one guy. And then we started shouting, "Lynn, stop shooting me! I don't have you locked, fucker!" And then we all just paused and we're like, "There's friendly fire!" But anyways, I'm gonna try and pronounce your name. Irissa the Lover. Irissa. Am I pronouncing that correctly, friend? This is Eve Online. We're just talking about a sister project called Eve Frontier. Larissa. There we go. Larissa, I was just talking about Eve Frontier, a pre-alpha sister game. This is Eve Online to that sister game. This one's fully released. It's been around since 2003. It's a beautiful, beautiful game. I'll go ahead and uncloak my ship and show you just how pretty the game is for a 22-year-old game. It is actually older than WoW by a few months. So yeah, Dank Dev, I hope that answers your questions with Frontier and kind of what to expect. What kind of graphic card does it take? I'm running on very pretty settings. You don't need very pretty settings to run this game, Larissa. People run it on quote-unquote potato mode all the time. For as pretty as this is, I'm running a RTX 2060, an older NVIDIA graphics card. And it runs at 60 frames a second. Pretty nice, good graphics. Eve does some crazy things. But yeah, you can run this on a lot of machines. It's like a NVIDIA or something. So what you can do, let me make sure I'm not displaying my screen. So what you can do is you can go to your Windows settings, search up what is it? It's oh, what is it? .7 gigabyte of 4.4 downloaded and the game updater goes black. Oh, that doesn't sound... Actually, I have had the Eve launcher go black on me before. I don't know what causes it. To find out what graphics card you have, go to your settings. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go a different path. I can't figure that out through the settings. In your search, I'm assuming you're using Windows. In your search, look up Device Manager. And then you're going to want to look at, where is it? Display adapters. That will tell you what graphics card you have. that will tell you what graphics card you have. I am assuming you are on Windows. So, Donald, 2.7 gigabytes of 4.4 gigabyte downloaded, and the game updater goes black. So what you can do, it should pick up where it left off. What you can do is go to Task Manager and close down the Eve launcher, or through Steam, close it down and relaunch it. It should pick up where it left off. Is it the AMD graphics one? So the AMD Radeon, that sounds like you have a AMD processor with a NVIDIA graphics card, from what that sounds like, because you have AMD Radeon graphics. That sounds like it's the onboard graphics on your Intel, on your, not Intel, excuse me, on your AMD processor. And then your NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 is your graphics card. So you actually have a better graphics card than me. Right on. Yeah, you can run many, many Eves. That is exactly right. You can run many, many Eves. Some people run 30 instances. 30 instances of Eve. Now they have all the graphics turned off. And unstable wormhole. We do not need that. I picked this up off of a friend for 200. I thought it would suck. I'd kill for a 5070. Twitch, I'm kidding. Twitch overloads, lords, I'm kidding. No murdering here. Same with you, YouTube. Lamau stream starts the sucker from scratch. Stream starting the sucker from scratch. Oh, the download. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Still 2.7 in that amount of time. Not that bad. Not that bad. We'll see how it runs with the ancient box RTX 480. RTX 480. You might need to turn down some graphics, but people run this on, I wouldn't recommend it, but people run this on a Chromebook. i7-67K from 2015. Wow. You should be okay. You should be okay. If we go look at, oh gosh, EVE Online system requirements. You need a minimum, get this, Donald, a minimum system requirement of a dual core processor at 2 gigahertz. You need 4 gigs of RAM and at least a GeForce 420. So you have it good with the graphics card. The processor might be a different thing. It's an i7-67K. Can an i7-6700K run EVE Online? Google AI says yes. That is the new Magic 8 Ball. Google AI says yes. Yes, because your graphics, your CPU, that is the word, is a quad core. That is a quad core. So you're doing well there. So you should be able to run it. Pretty questionable. Well, yes, as long as it's not, you're not like cranking up the the graphics too much. So just be cognizant of that. All right. Radeon RX 6400 LP runs client just fine. By the way, what's a 5080 Ti? That is a banger of a graphics card. That is a banger of a graphics card. That's what that is. Let's see. Let's see if we can find a data site. We have about an hour left in the stream. Dank, I was just going for a drink too. You didn't need to spend those points, but thank you. Yes, I will hydrate. Ah. I actually was like really thirsty, so thank you. Okay, my friend said he was going to buy like a 5090 and give me the old 5080 or something. I don't know. I just looked at his text. Nice. That's actually kind of how I came into possession of my 2060. Someone had a 2060, an RTX 2060, and a friend of my brother's was like, hey, my dad and I were upgrading our systems and we're getting like 5080s or something. I don't want the 2060 anymore, so if you want to just have someone pay shipping, they can have it. So I paid $20 for a NVIDIA RTX 2060 just to have it shipped. Perfectly working, well taken care of. I plugged it in and it did not like, my system did not like that. The audio, for whatever reason, the audio stopped working on my computer after I plugged it in. I made sure I had the right power supply, all that. And I went to reinstall drivers. My motherboard died. After installing the RTX 2060 that I paid $20 for, that I then had to spend $800 to get a new motherboard, CPU, RAM, for a better system that's lasted me a lot longer. That's what I'm on right now. So I spent $20 for the privilege to spend $800. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Yeah. So Donald, you should be good to run Eve. Again, it's not going to look very pretty. I definitely recommend no free lunch, they say. Absolutely. I definitely recommend remembering this. Control F brings up your FPS monitor. That way you can configure and change your settings to get something that works well, has high frame rate, and looks as good as can be. So that's what I would recommend, is keeping in mind Control F. Do you have a solid state drive? I know you're already installing Eve, but do you have a solid state drive? Are you installing it on a solid state drive? If you are not installing it on a solid state drive, I recommend doing so, because there's a little thing here, this millisecond here, the frame time. That is how long it takes for the CPU. You have an M.2, but I'm not installing it on it. Okay. So, when Eve is more CPU heavy. It would actually make a difference. Here's why. Anytime it is trying to load an asset, um, in Eve. And by the way, I recommend doing the full download. Don't do the download as you go thing. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You wanted to see if it works. That's fair. This milliseconds here. When I had Eve installed on a hard drive, this was 100 milliseconds. Anytime it was trying to install or load an asset, it sees an orca. It's like, what's an orca look like again? So what ends up happening is it takes time for the CPU to pull that information, which causes frame hitching. So having it installed on a CPU on a solid state drive takes less time for the CPU to communicate with the game, pull the resources, and go, this is what an orca looks like. So yeah. And then I'm running it on DX11. We got an Amar operation site finally. I'm running DX12. You can change that in the Eve launcher. I'm not going to show it because otherwise my username will get doxed. And I do not want to get a whole bunch of emails. Someone tried logging into your Eve account. Someone tried logging into your Eve account. So Steam should let you move it. I forget how. Google's your friend. You can change that in the launcher settings on whether the game is using DirectX 11 or DirectX 12. Some people have better performance in DirectX 12. Some have better in DirectX 11. It all just depends on what your graphics settings are, what you're wanting to do. If you are wanting... Okay, we got 2 decoder packages. We like that. We're going to keep this one in mind. We're going to try and see if there's anything better. So if you're wanting to have a prettier experience while still watching your resources, definitely try DX11, DirectX 11. Let's see, anything good in here? Nothing. Try DirectX 11, and also try DirectX 12. You might find that it looks better or worse in one way or the other, and perform better or worse. So that would be my recommendation. That would be my recommendation on that. But first, just make sure that you can actually boot up the game. 5 decoder packages. Okay, so this one's the better of the 2. Definitely. We're going to check out the last 2, just see if we find any encoders alongside of it. If we find anything less than 5 decoders, we're not going for it. I gotta come up with a Twitch alert that reminds me to hydrate. I'm gonna figure that out by the time we do our next stream. Excuse me, whenever someone does the 3 encoders, that's worse. And I do not have the time to get over here when the rats spawn. So I gotta figure out how, when someone redeems channel points, to make an alert so that way I get reminded to hydrate by my lovely friend Dank Dev. All right. And yes, I have embraced it. I am just going to say, all right. There's no stopping it. I say all right way too damn much and I can't stop it, so we're just gonna deal with it. We're just gonna deal with it. So we are going to hack this can. And Larissa, if you are wanting to look into getting into EVE Online, there's a couple. Are you new to EVE? Are you interested in playing EVE? It is a different kind of game. It's a different kind of MMO even. So there's a couple things definitely that you're gonna want to do when it comes to playing this lovely game that I personally have been playing off and on. Oh, I gotta pay attention. Off and on for a little over. I'm about to have my 14 years playing this game. Of course, I've taken breaks. Quote unquote, as the player base loves to call it, winning EVE. Let's see, I'm gonna grab some heals. There we go. The only way to win EVE is to take a break from EVE. Ooh, I'm too far away from collecting it. I gotta collect it. Collect it before the NPCs show up. Come on. There we go. Let's run. The cops are here. And it's a battleship. We got away. All right. So, one, if you are a new player to EVE Online, I don't recommend feeling rushed to do the subscription. Do the free-to-play. That is perfectly viable. People have a lot of fun as alphas, and you can do things like PvP. They've really opened up what you can do with EVE as a alpha, the free-to-play. You don't need to feel rushed to get the Omega or the paid subscription. There's a few things to help you with that. Over on my Twitch page, there's a recruit link. I'm gonna go ahead and actually just, can I just quickly drop it? I'm gonna drop it in chat. Where'd that go? Here we go. So there is a sign up link that you can use. And if you've already signed up for an account, but you've not used it, you can use it all the same. What this will do is it will make you my recruit, so to speak. They call it the recruit system. What that practically means is you get 1,000,000 skill points. Skill points is how skills are trained. They happen passively, whether you are online or offline. And skill points allows you to allocate them in whatever skill you want. I recommend holding off and just holding on to those 1,000,000 skill points until you know a little bit more about what you are wanting to do. I'm speaking into the void here to Larissa because Larissa is seeing an ad right now for 45 more seconds. Lovely. Speaking into the void, speaking all this wonderful advice, soliciting my own referral link. Before I was going to go off into join EVE University, they do a lot of fun stuff. And Larissa can't hear any of that. Ooh. I hope you guys could hear that neck crack. That felt good. 4 of 5 gigabytes. Nice. All right. Larissa, you were on a ad break. And I was speaking into the void. I was saying all sorts of fun advice about Eve if you were interested in Eve, all that fun stuff. So first and foremost, are you interested in playing Eve Online? It is a different kind of MMO. That's a site we don't need. So it's, in my opinion, the deepest MMO you can get into. More so space MMO that you can get into. More so than Star Citizen, more so than Elite Dangerous. And it's been around for so long that it's just got a lot of history. There's a lot to learn about the game, just understanding the player impact that players have had on this game. So what I did is I dropped in the Twitch chat my referral link to EVE Online. What this gets you is 1 million free skill points, and it quote unquote makes you my recruit. What I get out of it is I get a booster, and what this does is it makes my skills train a little faster as well. Okay, so we've already scanned this system, so let's go ahead and move on. And what I recommend, if you do sign up with that, is don't use the 1 million skill points right away. Find out what you're kind of having fun with before using it, and don't use it all in one go. There's Eve University. Eve University is a player group because Eve is a it's unintuitive in some aspects. It's unintuitive to get into. Let's see, I'm gonna go. Did we go down? Where did we go? I'm gonna go up to here. There we go. It's unintuitive in some ways. There's different nuances with the game where it's like, how did I blow up? What did I do wrong? Type of thing. So there's a whole bunch of different things. That's why I recommend Eve University. I recommend Eve University. It's a player group that teaches people how to play Eve without quitting. Because unfortunately there is a big burn rate, because the onboarding with Eve, the tutorial with Eve, it leaves some desire, some room to desire. It leaves, I can't remember that phrase. It leaves a lot to be desired. I almost call it a intro versus a tutorial. So Eve University is a wonderful group. I have trained many people, and then if you figure out what you want to do with them, they help you find a player group that does that, almost like a job fair, so to speak. So they do a lot of good work. Even though selfishly I will say, come join my group, Slow Children at Play. Not mine, I'm just part of it. Extracting the files. Nice Donald. Even though selfishly I'll say, hey, come join us. We run fast. We are new player friendly. We do accidentally tend to run fast. The new players that are able to keep up, they learn to be great players. But the players that kind of get left behind, so to speak, unfortunately, we do our best with new players, but we're not perfect. Eve University is a great starting point for any new player in the game. So yeah, that would be the group that I recommend joining first. And then they help you find, or you can just stay with them. So the other advice is don't feel rushed to start paying the subscription. It is free to play. Free to play used to be more restrictive, but it's opened up a lot. And I really scanned that down way too much there. Free to play has really opened up in the last few years. A lot of people have fun playing as an alpha for a long time. Some people even make it their main way of playing. So yeah, it's kind of like old school RuneScape. Excuse me. It's kind of like old school RuneScape in the way that it's a sandbox. You have to make your own goals, your own story. So it's not, there's not a lot that can quote unquote hold your hand with the game. Not like World of Warcraft where it just goes from quest to quest to quest to quest to quest and it leads you along that rail. Eve, you have to figure things out yourself. And that's a different experience to a lot of players, especially in a environment that is very railroaded, so to speak. Yeah, I've done a lot of ranting. So Larissa, how are you doing? Rest of chat, how are you doing? We've got about 40 minutes left in our stream before we kind of call it tonight. How are you all doing? Amar Operations Center, here we go. Let's see how my Eve friends are doing over in Minmatar War. They just killed a Garmer. They just killed a Garmer that was talking smack. This picture I can load up. And here we go. Display capture. So we had Vicious D. Here we go. We had Vicious D. I guess he was kiting. Slow. Here we go. We'll get the chat back up. He was kiting slow and he goes, y'all too slow for me. Because Garmers are really fast ships. So our guy goes, you are 300 kilometers away. Of course. Of course. But we caught him anyways. We caught him anyways. And he had a 4.5 bill pod. Oh. That guy talked a lot of smack for someone who just got caught like that. Oh, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. All right, I'm going to put that away. Oh, that is funny. All right, Amar Operations Center. Let's get to it. We're doing well. We're doing well. We have made, on paper, 304 million ISK. How are you all doing, chat? How are you all doing? Donald is extracting the files. 15K online. Time to haul some space shit. Yeah. 15,000. Yeah, that's a good time. Good, safe-ish. You're never safe, but good, safe-ish time to do some hauling. Looking into how to plex when I get back on. How to plex? You mean how to run plexes or how to get plex to run Omega? Because if it's the latter, I do not recommend, hear me out, I do not recommend playing this game with the goal to make it free to play, to have a free subscription. 4 encoders, not bad. We'll keep that one in mind. Last time I did skill extractors to sell. Oh, you did skill extractors to sell for Plex for Omega. So you pulled skill points that hopefully you weren't using. So you pulled skill points to sell them, so that way you could afford Plex to be Omega, right? Is that right? No, just the extractors. Okay. Good. You just sold the extractors. You didn't pluck skills out of your head for it. Okay. Phew. I was gonna be like, friend, how can I send you some skill points? Marky Dragon Store. Get Plex Omega skill points 3% off. Let's see. I think we scanned all of these. I think it was like 60 extractors for 105. Okay. So are you looking to quote unquote, are you going to try and earn Omega by playing the game? Is that what you're trying to do? Because honestly, I recommend just spending the money. If you can afford it. It will cover for a year. Okay. Okay, I take it back. I take it back. You did something smart. Smarter than me. Let's see. As long as you are not turning this game into a job. Do not turn this game into a job. It never ends well. Ha! What's so funny? What'd I say? What happened? What's so funny, Dank? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Every single cell is safe. Look, I can just do this. Oh, this one's bad. That means the system core is in one of these 6 nodes. We've already looked at these ones. It has to be in one of these. There it is. Just to prove a point, we're going to clear the rest of this. Look at that. Look at that. I'd love it when it does that. There we go. Let's grab the encoders and let's scoot and boogie before the Amar NPCs can show up. There we go. There we go. By the way, Dank Dev. Wow, voice. You should have access to some new emojis. You should have access to some new emojis now that you are that Twitch Prime sub. I don't know if you've looked at those yet. Some of them are my face. Yeah, there's all of them. All right, we've got another rear guard. We got 30 minutes left. We should be able to clear all of these out before our stream ends tonight. And as usual, Twitch chat will be rating out. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. We still got a half hour. We're gonna, and you get more channel points for participating in a raid. I think it's 300 you get for participating in a raid. How's that work? Review requests. Oh. There we go. I did those requests. Let's see. Here we go. Participate in a raid gets you 250 channel points. So if channel points are your thing, definitely hang out. By the way, I didn't mention this earlier. It was on the Twitch title. I did last stream talk to CCP and they enabled drops on my channel, so you should be getting the Keldari drop right now. I forget what it is. It's some sort of skin. I think it's for the Heron or Heron Navy. It's for Keldari Day. And later this week, we will be, I'm going to figure it out how to do it. Like I said, last stream, Wednesday, last week, we're going to be looking at, I got codes. I got the codes for worm skins. So the skin that we have, Heron Cold Wind. Cold's Wind. Let's look at that. Heron Cold Wind. Here's that skin that is part of the Twitch drops right now. Ooh. That actually looks really nice. And you are getting drop progress for that, right, Dank Dev? That looks really nice. Union Day. Nice. Very nice. Fingers crossed. You can do it, Donald. All right, we've got... So, the skin. The skins. Skin. We are going to be doing a giveaway soon. We are going to be doing... It's a worm skin. I've got 20 of these to give away. I just got to figure out the logistics of how do I run a live Twitch giveaway. Just got to figure that out. It shouldn't be too hard. But this is the skin. I have 20 of these that I'm giving away. I get these as an Eve partner to give away to people. You can sell it. You can use it. So keep an eye out. It's the Media Miasma. Trippy. Yeah. Yep. So, gonna be running a giveaway sometime this month. I have not decided if it's gonna be as part of a live stream. Probably. That's the most likely thing, or tying it to a video, like comment worm on the video or something, one of those things. So I've not decided on which format to do it. We'll just see. We'll see what works best. All right, Donald, what's the verdict? Are you in? Are you in? I'm checking Corp chat. I don't see you in Corp chat. Hopefully you weren't purged, quote unquote. Authenticating very slow. Gotcha. Gotcha. Hopefully you weren't purged for inactivity. Sometimes we do that. It's very easy to get back into slow. You're not banned. We're just cleaning up inactive members, so to speak. It's very easy to get back into slow. All you got to do is says you are in AA Apocalypse. You are in your alts. Hold on, I can just look you up. Donald Barr. You're in slow. You're in slow. Okay, so you haven't been kicked for inactivity. Says I'm in AA. Our alts. I don't know what you mean by that, friend. I don't know what you mean by that. We're gonna get this site scanned down. It's a level 3. Let's hope that it is a Amar operations site. And so are the alt. I don't know what you mean by you're in an AA. Amar Operations Center. There we go. Alt Anonymous. Must be a support group. This phone is not doing me favors. Are you failing two-factor authentication? Is that what it is? Or am I just missing what you're running into entirely? It's very likely. Very likely. I am fairly dense. Maybe it's hanging with no error. I'm watching Corp chat for when you log back in. Nothing good there. All right. Mouse is frozen, but then let's move, but then it lets me move for a sec. Do you hear Eve music? Do you hear Eve music? Sometimes what I have to do is I have to threaten Eve, where it comes up as a black screen. I can hear the login music, all that fun stuff. And I have to right click the Eve exe and click close, which should force it to pop up the are you sure you want to quit? Sometimes you have to scare Eve like that. Good question. Let me put speaker on. So try closing Eve. try closing Eve. It should, quote unquote, freak out and go, oh, never mind, I'll stop my tantrum. So we shall see if we can get you logged back in. It doesn't do that to me often, but sometimes I have to threaten Eve. Like, fine, I'm going to force quit. All right, we have one more site we can check. One more can we can check, I should say. Can we get lucky? Last can. Last can. We got 3 encoders. We got something. We got something that's worth hacking over. Looks like a system reboot. That doesn't sound right. That is not what I wanted to right click. There's the NPCs. Sorry, cops. I'm away. All right, we have one more signature to scan in this system. What is... Oh. There, I just want to do the default scan position. There we go. And just in case, let's find our path home. Where's heck? Right there. Right there. Let's see. It's a data site. It's a level 3. We could have a redemption. Well, we didn't really do bad with that last site. We did get some encoders. We want decoders. Let's see here. Aegis. Oh, well. And it looks like we have a direct exit to HiSec. So we can start running over. So, any luck there, Donald? Ugh. Byzantine Linux system reboot errors. Didn't we have someone in the Twitch chat that Dank Dev, is that you? No, I think that was Slim. No, it is you, Dank Dev. So apparently there's some sort of error. System reboot errors. Unfortunately, I can't really help with that since I'm on Windows. Sadly, I can't really help with that. Let's see. This fellow trying to boot on Steam Deck or Proton? It sounds like Proton from what the chat was, what he was saying earlier in chat. Sounds like he's trying to do Proton. My dog Cinder, she has a little dog bed, and it has a kind of, it has something for like denning, so it has like a cover over the blanket, like stitched in. So she was having a little trouble, so I helped her out, but she curled up under it, and I actually got to take a picture of that for my wife. It's so cute. So cute. So Donald is relaunching Steam. So Donald, a good person to reach out to, potentially, over on the Discord, over on the Slow Discord, we have a IT help chat. Typically it's for things like auth, or Discord problems, bot problems, stuff like that. But Alinason, is a Linux user. He can help directly on the Discord there. Let's see. Let's see. All right, we are back in Hack for the last little bit of the stream. Yeah, it's gonna need some custom Proton for sure, but others have done it with launch params. So yeah, you might need to do some launch parameters, Donald. The best person that I know, sick. I'm hoping this time is the charm. Okay. The best person, if you still have trouble, I'm not ending the stream right yet. Hey Loki, we are about to end the stream, Loki. We're about 12 minutes from ending the stream. But Donald, Elena-san, we call him L, over on the Slow Discord, runs Linux. I forget what version of Linux he runs, but he should be able to help if you're still stuck. So we got quite the little bit of a haul here. Yeah, we had a good stream. We had a good stream tonight. Ooh, these go for a lot here. Do these sell at that price? Yeah, over the last couple days they do. So I'm gonna set this order up here. We're going to sell this for we'll do 135 mil. We'll do that. We got these Amar encoders and decoders. 140 mil worth of these decoders. Nice. So unfortunately, not going to be selling these ones. I'm actually going to be converting them into listening posts and propaganda outposts, so that way we can continue the fight in Minmatar faction warfare. So we are still working hard in these areas here and defending these areas, of course. So, yeah. And then it looks like we're doing a pincer maneuver here on Orstfold. All right, cool. So we did pretty good. We did pretty good, and then we got some miscellaneous stuff. Nothing really to write home about. Let's see what kind of Skinner design element reward that I get. We get Stellar White Gloss Limited. I think I have the unlimited version of this already. No, I don't. Okay. All right. Cool. Donald, any luck? Any luck? Did it work this time? Hoping this time's a charm. Let's see. Let's start prepping who we are going to raid out to. And remember, people in the Twitch chat, if channel points are your thing, you get 250 points for raiding, for participating in a raid. So let's see, we want to one step closer. One step closer. We're not gonna raid yet. We're gonna, ooh, I see you. You're logged in. I'm gonna say hi in corp chat. I'm gonna say hello to you in corp chat. Was having a good chat with at the HA tonight when feeling low, but a lot better now. Saw you were still live, but we'll get watching this later today. 5:45 a.m. at the moment. Glad to see you streaming though. Yeah, I missed the last two streams. I'm sorry. Life got in the way, and then last night's stream got delayed because I installed a new M.2 and had to reinstall everything. Game launched, showed character, now black again. Do you hear the game? We're making progress. We're making progress. We are making progress. All right, what I'm gonna do yay, you can see. Say hi to me in corp chat. Prove it. What have you been doing tonight? How was your meeting? So, I forget. Did I say I was doing a meeting? Let's see. Let me look back at my posts. Oh yeah, that 6 a.m. work meeting. That and the M.2 having to reinstall everything on the computer was something. But yeah, meeting went well. A lot better than I thought it would. Angry customer, but turned out not angry, so that was good. Very cooperative. Solved a lot of their problems. So yeah. So Donald, we got you in. You can see. Check corp chat. Say hello. Say hello. I'm gonna say hello again, just in case. Everything is slow the first time I do it, then it's normal. Okay, you might need to change some settings. Did you have fun at the AT? Nervous? I did. So I was in Ibis during one of our comps. It was a 1-point ECM boat because Corvettes do get bonuses. Just clicked. Mucho lag. Yeah, you might need to turn down the game. You might need to turn down the graphics in the game. For sure. But yes, so my first match that I was in during the feeders was I was in an Ibis. Because it gets bonus to ECMs, I was allowed to have them. So I was a 1-point ECM boat. For that reason alone, I am an AT pilot of the dollar store grade. Is it, Sean, over in the UK, is it Poundland? What's the UK equivalent to dollar store? So then the second match, I was a Pontifex. I think it is Poundland. I'm not even making it up. I think it is Poundland. I used to watch this YouTuber. I don't know if he does it anymore. Pound Shop. Okay. He would Poundland. Okay. So he would go to Poundland. He would it's the Quid store. He would go, he would buy a bunch of things and then give reviews on his Poundland finds, on his brown couch. It was actually really entertaining. It looked like a janky setup, but he was the electrical engineer. I think so. Hold on. Now I gotta find this out. I haven't watched that guy in years. I hope he's still doing YouTube. Ashens, please tell me you're still doing something. Thank goodness he is still around. 1.6 million subscribers. 1.65. His last video was 7 days ago. So his last video, Poundland microwave snacks. That sounds, I'm gonna call it delightful. You're frozen as F. You're frozen as F. You might need to talk to L. You might need to talk to Elimison. He's the resident Linux guy that I know. You might need to hit up a conversation with him. But yeah, Loki. My first match was match 3 in a Loki, not a Loki, in a Ibis, with jams. I didn't get to jam anything because we faced a kite comp and everything ran away from me. The second match that I was in, the one that we lost, that kicked us out of the feeders, which meant we're not going to the AT proper this year. I was in a Pontifex. If I can nuke settings before logging in or move the install to M.2, I should do okay. All right. Well, I hope you get that figured out. Let's see. People are, I don't know if you can see it in Corp Chat, but people are welcoming you back. He's in my YouTube stream chat right now, trying to get Linux to play nice with Eve. He's frozen right now. So Crystal just said hello. So people were wondering where you went. So you are You are well and truly important. I'm going to go ahead and get Warp to the Dance Floor playing. We have hit 2 hours of stream. We're going to hang out just for a little bit longer. 2 hours of stream, not quite 2 hours of content. So we're going to hang out a little bit. We're going to keep chatting. I'm going to hydrate. I wonder if I should put permaband as a point reward. Let's see here. Complete that. There we go. Maybe make that 1,000 points or something, because we do end it. We do start, end, and break with our permaband, but maybe like specific song requests for permaband. So you has like 500 Entra. After stream, I sent you a Discord. You have like 500 contracts. Oh no. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna refresh my stream manager, see who is currently streaming for a raid out. We're gonna let the song play again, but let's see who is active. I want to make sure you guys are getting someone who has kind of just started streaming, but has. I want to make sure you guys are gonna, with the raid, gonna get someone that is just as it's gonna watch for a long time. So that way, I don't know if you guys have finished out the drop. Dank Dev, I think you might still have some progress on the drop progress. So I'm definitely gonna pick someone that has drops enabled for you. Let's see here. Someone who has been streaming for a little bit, but not too long, where they might be about to end themselves. Wow, that sounded wrong. End the stream themselves. Wow. I love that you're streaming. So cool. Hey, the 69 follower goal reached. Yep, that it did. That it did. All right, I think we are going to raid Anarchos. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna raid Anarchos. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the raid started, and we're gonna raid out the Twitch chat at the end of this song. And don't worry, YouTube chat, I'm not gonna end it midway through the song. I am gonna turn the music up though. And thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So, thank you all. Yeah, really wrong choice of words. Thank you all for joining us today. I had a great time with the stream. We are going to be back Wednesday, 0100 to 0500 again. We're gonna do a giveaway soon. It might not be next stream, it might be the following stream, but it was great hanging out with you all. I'm glad I was entertaining. I hope I continue to be entertaining to you all. Hands up high for the friendship.